it, sun and sea, and the best hospitality. See the market vendors, heading out street criers, couples passing by in the cool of the setting sun. Legends so inviting, legends so exciting. In this land of Luna, lovely island the Caribbean. Come to St. Vincent, a friendly welcome awaits you. Bring out for it, sun and sea, and the best hospitality. Bring out for it, sun and sea, and the best hospitality.
Nothing else sounds as good as
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, and just before we get into our next commentary segment, we have just two notices for you. So Flow says to join the 45 years freedom celebration at Flow from October 1st, which is today, get 20 gigs of data free till next year. 2,000 anywhere local minutes plus extra for regional and international calls free until next year. YouTube free until next year. WhatsApp free until next year. How? Sign up for a small postpaid mobile bundle today, plus get the new Samsung Galaxy A05 for only $45 on the spot. Happy Independence from Flow. And today is Tuesday, so that means the Searchlight Midweek newspaper is out. The headlines are as follows. Father of Calico stabbing victim makes call for justice. Vincentian woman heads UE Global Campus SVG. Association concerned about discrimination facing Alzheimer's patients. Hope dwindling that missing MV guidance would be found. PM Gonzalez advocates for small island developing states at the UN General Assembly. Court orders heavy hammer attacker to pay compensation. Magistrate urges Shaft's woman to keep her anger in check. Leacock says no Grace Walters for North Windward. Danielle may be back. Word of mouth not enough. Get businesses online. This is urged. NDP's Dr. Shallows says ULP not a failure, but the country's economic growth is slow. SVG regains title as OECS senior netball champions and over 70 new football coaches certified. Searchlight journalism you can trust. Check us out online at searchlight.vc. Remember to check out our video stories on YouTube and download the free Searchlight app to access our e-paper and get breaking news and updates.
We're back. Roleza and Dianna on the track. We're back.
I'm not
We're
on
back.
that track.
Why Roleza watching me like that?
I'm not on that track. I'm not on that
Yeah, the track.
Is the song track?
So which track you want? You want a
Just
reggae?
on the activated mode.
Yeah.
Not you on this impromptu music
Listen,
track.
one of these days, me and Roleza, we're gonna sing something for you guys. You'll be surprised. You'll be proud of Roleza. You will. Oh my gosh, Roleza. I see it.
I have a recording contract.
I see.
Right? I ain't singing for free. No, I'm not singing for free. Check yourself.
Nah, before you get the contract, I gotta hear how your song.
I tell you, good. That's it. Confidence will turn right up. I tell you, good.
That's faith more. Boy, that's the mustard seed faith. Then people just be talking about.
No, that's when you believe in yourself, right? And you know your abilities.
Sometimes I'm gonna leave it there.
All right, Joshua, what do you think?
Joshua, morning.
Good morning. Dianna, I have already selected the picture for your cover, your album cover.
Wow. Oh my goodness, Joshua. Wow. You see that? That's the spirit.
I sent it to you this morning.
Oh, you did? I had to go and check. Is it food?
No, it's not.
No? Okay. Good.
No.
Good. Because I know it's got a little troublesome sometimes.
You say you not like me food. You only like banana and dasheen and dumpling and that kind of
No,
stuff.
you can't be sending food when we hungry, man. That's
I know.
wicked, this man.
The funny thing is, uh, Bermudians are so culturally different from us. They're changing now because more and more the Bermudians are marrying West Indians because West Indians are the best, But our son, I didn't mean to ramble like this, but our son ate green bananas once. He was about 4 years old. I took him to St. Vincent. He took the first bite. He said, "Daddy, this tastes like cooked sticks."
Wow.
Josh, that's
I
like
asked
you
him, "What
feeling
does?"
as a Vincent. I mean, your son only
I
cook
asked him,
banana once.
no, once. He said it tastes like cooked sticks. When I asked him what does cooked stick taste like, he said, "Well, I don't know, but this is what it would taste like." But he loved. I'm telling you, he loved sweet potatoes and the ripe boiled, like the half ripe plantains boiled.
Mm.
He loved that stuff. He loves dumplings and he loves pigeon soup.
Okay. All right, you ain't doing too bad then.
Yeah, the difficulty I face with my wife is like the ground provisions. She turns her nose up and she will not touch oxtail. She said, I ain't eating no tails, no lips, no ears, no eyes, nothing. And I've lost. You see, I call you guys and I lost track. Yes, I'm not Roleza, Dianna. I picked out the ideal cover picture for you. Roleza will show it to you later.
Yes. Okay.
And I just want to back up. Back up a bit because I was on the road yesterday. When you were talking about your finger longer than your hand.
Oh.
Yes, there's some other sayings as well. Don't hang your hat where you can't reach it.
Yes.
Or your eye bigger than your belly. And yes, a man's grasp must not exceed his reach, which is the same thing as don't hang your hat where you can't reach it.
Yeah.
But I enjoy you guys and my wife's boss. I used to give her piggyback rides. Her father is from St. Kitts, and she really enjoyed listening to you guys yesterday. For the very first time she was hearing. She had no choice because I was the one in the car. They were in the car and it was on. So she's saying, I love that young lady's voice. So I asked her which one. It turned out to be Dianna. Roleza, there's nothing wrong with you, but you
okay.
You are a bit too polished.
Oh, wow.
That is, listen, I didn't say that. I did not say that. That's what my wife's boss said. She said, "Oh, that one is polished, but that other one, I mean, like she's real down to earth." But I love you. I love you guys, and this is serious too. If you want me to do a special on the beach for you, I could do that. That's no problem at all because I live like about a dozen beaches within 5 or 10 minutes away from where I live. And we have the best sand.
Okay, what do you mean when you say you have the best sand?
We've got pink, naturally pink sand. I mean, lovely. Every time I look at the parrotfish, it kind of hurts my heart. In St. Vincent, you eat the parrotfish, but here we can't eat it. To eat it would cost us $50,000.
Okay.
Because they have to generate the pink, the pink sand. Yeah.
All right.
But I'm not knocking you for eating parrotfish. I mean, that's the thing. But
I never eat parrotfish. I don't even know how it look.
Pretty
if you come to Bermuda and you catch one, even if it's dead, you have to throw it back in the water. Because it's going to cost you $50,000 US and or imprisonment.
Okay.
But still, it's a beautiful place in which to live. I wouldn't live anywhere else. St. Vincent too expensive for me. We can't live there.
What is this at all, Joshua?
Well, instant Vincent card revoked, huh? So yeah.
Taking it back.
Everybody heard you, so yeah, immigration too.
Well, I'm not going to go there really. I'm really not going to go there. But I love St. Vincent. This is a land that gave me birth. I fly our flag from my home every single day. Not just around
Lovely.
Independence.
Lovely.
Yes.
All right.
And Mr. Weeks, again, I appeal to you, sir. When you come on, give us some English lessons, please, Mr. Weeks. We need it. Have a great day.
All right. Take care, Joshua.
Thank
Bye.
All right. Bye. All right. Recognize that there were two. All right.
Okay.
All right. So we. Okay. Hi, Anita. Morning.
Good morning, ladies. How are you?
How we doing? How we
Dianna,
doing?
you remember
Hi.
last week that Alexa, volume down. You remember last week I said that Roleza was a bit too polished for the dial?
Yeah, I remember you were saying that. Yeah.
Exactly. So listen, Joshua, I was first before your boss. Good morning. Good morning.
They catch her when she's on air. She gets into radio announcer mode, so she activates her standard English. If they catch her outside of the studio, they would hear the Creole.
Exactly. I realized that she tries sometime, but she is so, how to put it? I mean, she can switch. She understand when I'm behind the mic, I have to be polished, and that sticks in your head. Use is custom. But here, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here. What happened to some people? Well, let me answer some people. Someone, Dianna. I am not hearing them, but at the same time, I do hope that they are okay. But Roleza gone the other morning and playing If I Hold You Tonight is Thunder. And then she called name. And this morning, me hear she say morning to somebody, and she specified.
Roleza, answer your baptism.
But wait, but listen, I big it up everybody. I am bigging up everybody.
No,
Who should I
you're
not be bigging up,
special,
Anita?
No, and that's all right. I listen all the time. It's okay. I have to big me up. Me not jealous, but hey, jealousy used to kill enough people.
Yeah.
Why is jealousy? Jealousy when some window used to make out a board, and after
Oh,
used to kill so much. After used to kill so much of people, then bring in louvers and sliding window. But some people still live on the jealousy. So I hope you're prepared to apologize.
Yeah.
My God! I'm telling you, I'm cracking up. I'm here. All right, girls, I will come back.
Right.
I'm gone with this one. Okay,
Okay. Bye, Anita.
okay.
All right.
Roleza, you have a baptism to answer.
No, I actually don't.
Oh, what did I do?
Trevor says good morning, Anita. All right, and I'm leaving it there. Anyhow, all right.
Oh,
So
gosh,
we
wait.
are going to jump into a topic at this morning. It's a serious topic, one that is very disturbing. All right, let's take this call because the first one's trying to call before. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, my lovely Roleza. How art thou?
Thou, thee is fine. Thee is fine.
You're blushing, you're
Thee-
blushing, you're
no,
blushing.
I'm blushing. Thee is fine. And thou?
Don't be afraid to speak to me, man. I mean, I am not shy, and I love women who are, plain and straight,
Oh gosh,
and who can say the things I love to hear. So we are getting a mix up here between it's got to be a Vinci, yeah? It's got to be a Vinci, but then there are times when you have to rise to the occasion, like I hear this talk about speaking standard English and all of that. So I remember traveling around the Caribbean and people used to say, when they ask me, where are you from? And I say, I'm Vinci. I said, but you don't sound like Vinci. But I know what they mean. And I remember years ago when Hurricane David hit Dominica, I remember reporters going into Dominica, and there was a particular situation where this guy is speaking to a and remember that speak Creole just like St. Lucia. and this guy is speaking to this elderly person, and he didn't have the brain to think that he's speaking too nice. Let me put it that way. His English, and she couldn't comprehend. And so, it was such a, well, I pick up on that. I don't know how many people pick up on that, but you have to know who you can talk to, and, in standard English, so to speak, and those who you have to be colloquial with. Because in every one of these islands, we have our people who will speak Dominican, Lucian, and so on, and Vinci. I remember too, some white people came up to me and said some years ago in Kingston, "What sort of English you speak here?" And I laughed because I heard them trying to communicate with somebody, who was standing not too far from me, but they couldn't understand, the person couldn't understand the question they were asking. So then they came to me, and I listened. I heard them before, and I explained to them they wanted direction to go to some place. And direction is another thing. If somebody gives you, they say Bajan are the best people on giving direction. They give you every bit that they think you ought to know when they give you a direction to find somebody or something. Yeah, so I'm enjoying you guys. Love you, Roleza.
Right, Dave. Have a good one today. All right. What's the time there?
It's
Okay,
26. Yes.
Okay. I'm just thinking of how to jump into this topic.
Oh.
All right. All right. So we are going to jump into the scheduled topic at this time. And it is something serious, right? I'm not sure how many persons heard, but last night, I'm reading this from Eyewitness News, right? And the headline is Body of Boy 13 who begs in Kingston found half naked with head injuries. So police would have been more. So police were at the scene in Sand Hill Bay where the body of a 13-year-old boy was found naked from the waist down with injuries to the back of the head. Well-placed sources tell Eyewitness News that the body was identified as that of Matthew D'Souza of Fair Hall. D'Souza was one of the young males who was often seen begging on the streets of capital city Kingston. The source said that the teen's body was wearing only a blue t-shirt. He is said to be from the East St. George area. It's a developing story, and Eyewitness will provide more details as they come to hand. All right, so this is the information that was received or what was reported last night. And I'll be very honest that when I read this story, my heart sank. And additionally, going through the comments, someone posted a video of who the person is, and it's one of those boys who, indeed, I was familiar seeing around the streets of Kingston. And it does raise several questions for me, right? Number one, he's only 13 years old. He's known to be begging on the streets of Kingston. He died with head injuries, and he was also found half naked. Now, the half naked part of it is a bit worrying for me, but I suppose we would have to await further information regarding this in terms of what many of us might be thinking, whether or not our thoughts are
correct,
are going to be correct, or they're going to be confirmed, right? I know that many of us would see several of these young boys around the streets of Kingston. Many persons look at these young boys as being nuisances. The thing of it is that given their ages, there are many times when we have to question so many things about their lives, right? Why are they on the streets begging at such a young age? Where are their parents? In terms of them not being in school during school hours and on the streets, what is the role of the Ministry of Education, maybe even by extension, the police, in terms of having these children on the streets, especially during school hours, who are begging, right? My heart sank because being a mentor at the Liberty Lodge during my days as a Leo, I had a different appreciation because I know that Liberty Lodge had a stigma attached to it, and many persons sort of just branded the boys as being bad or delinquents. without knowing the background stories for many of these children, right? Now, again, one of the things that we always need to notice is that children did not bring themselves into the world.
Yeah.
They are not responsible for being here. But yet, in many instances, we fail them as a society. We fail them from the parental level. We sometimes maybe failing them from the school level. We fail them from the police level. And then we have a situation here where a boy is found dead. Right? And I'll be very honest that last night, my heart just sank when I read this story and what has happened to this young boy who barely was even able to start his life. Now, I don't know the full circumstances of why it is that he was on the streets begging. I read several things in the comment section. I can't confirm what is what, but it was really sad, and the thing of it is that when we hear of the murder counts in SVG, yes, in a little bit of a way, we may not be as alarmed as we have been in the past, given that in many instances they're adults. But when it comes to an issue of a child, it's a little different. It's not a little different, it's a whole lot different.
Excuse me. You're saying the things, Roleza. You're saying the things. I agree with you. I did not know Matthew personally, but he was one of our students at some point, and I don't know what more we can say. That's how I feel, because these are things that people do talk about from time to time. We do see these children on the streets, from time to time. And as you said, it's a combination of parents, school, society, just allowing the children to get to a certain point. Like you said, children don't bring themselves. We're seeing children that are abandoned by parents, and I'm tired of asking, what are we doing for these people? Honestly, when something like this happens, in cases where we may be dependent on the state to provide certain services or to enforce certain things or to check up on certain things, I'm just so tired of us having to say, what are they doing? Where there is the relevant people that are supposed to look into things like this and sort things like that. I'm tired of saying those things. When he attended our school, I can't remember if it is he just stopped going to school altogether or he was transferred. I honestly can't remember that, but he didn't stay. But he was troubled. I mean, that's something you could probably expect because he's on the road. You have to ask, where is his mother? Where is his father? Where are they? Why aren't they? Boy. boy. It's
It really is.
I don't know what more to say.
Yes, every life matters, whether it's an adult male, whether it's an adult female. But when you have to hear of a child being found dead, it hits differently. It seriously does hit differently. And again, I made the point of there are many times when we see a lot of these street boys or these street children. They're there, they're out there begging. Some of them can be very aggressive. One of the things that for me, I would never give any of them money in their hand. Right? Because I do not want for it to be a case where, let's say they're taking money to do other things, right? If you say that you're hungry, I would go and get you something to eat, and I would prefer to give you an actual item as opposed to giving money, right? So many of these boys can become aggressive, but I think, why are there so many of them? Why are there so many of them? And why is it that what is actually being done to keep them off the streets, to get them off the streets? What is being done to help the parents? Because one of the things too is that sometimes people bring children into the world, they really don't want to be responsible for these children.
That is
right?
true.
Is there a way that the system could step in? Is there a way, even within the school system, when you see a child is not turning up, what happens there?
Well, I could tell you what happens there. When a child isn't turning up to school, you report it to the ministry. The ministry has a truancy officer. I don't know if they changed the name. Name changes happening so quick these days that I can't keep up. But I'm not sure if the truancy officer was given a different name, but they did have a truancy officer who would go to the schools from time to time and check in and so on. And I don't we do have student support as well. But yeah, that's what they have. Let me just tell you, they do have that in place. How effective is it? I don't know, because
do they work hand in hand with the police, though?
Well, I don't know about that. The thing is, we have things in place, but is it effective? Is it working? Are they doing what they're supposed to be doing? Everybody, what are the hindrances? Because sometimes somebody may be getting blamed for something that really is out of their control. They may be trying, but we can't see it because they're receiving backlash. Well, I shouldn't say backlash, but opposition from higher heads, and so they're stuck. And I understand those things, but I don't know what I don't know. I don't know, because in the school system you still have children that are absent quite often. As we're speaking, I'm seeing some in my mind that would have been, I shouldn't say, well, would have is not the correct statement, that were absent for days, weeks. Sometimes you see them once in a while, and teachers do report those things. Hi, good morning.
Good morning. I think this, we're not putting the blame on the right set of people. You know what I mean? The parents and them is the beginning of this relationship.
Parents.
The parents.
You see.
And the problem.
Go ahead, Coach.
The problem is that a lot of the parents and themselves, they're so young, they never even got the knowledge how to take care of a kid or anything like that. So they're basically like a kid themselves, because they probably have a kid at 15. They should be in school still, getting the knowledge and getting their life together. And now they have a child to take care of. That bothers them. People don't know. Pregnancy, it looks like it's an easy thing, but it's a hard thing when you a young girl get pregnant and your mother say, why in the house, we will throw you out, and she throws you out on the street, and she have to go and beg somebody to stay by, and then she can't have this child, and she back in the day, look, I mean, like you will say, what we call from pillar to post, she just beating herself here and there, and then some other man now come and do the same thing and drop she, and she end up with 3 children, and she's frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
She can't take care of the kids and them. And yes, we might want to say government should be coming in and do certain things, but sometimes we point our finger in the wrong direction, because sometimes government don't even know. Because the village itself doesn't take care of the child. They don't even help. Go back and listen to Fire Empress song. The village used to grow the child, regardless of how old the child mother is. The village used to take care of it. That child would not be on the street begging for food. Back in them days, grandmother was really a grandmother. In these days, grandmother is a happy girl. Grandmother don't want to stay home and take care of no child. Back in those days, the mother could have go to work, and the grandmother would home and take care of the child and have no fear doing that. Now, you can't ask nobody to take care of children. The world, as you always say all the time, the world is getting too selfish. People just want things just for them only. They don't see nobody else. And until we change that mentality and start looking inwardly and at other people, we ain't going nowhere. Trust me, we ain't going nowhere. It doesn't matter what government do, it doesn't matter. Because you could put things in place, but if nobody's taking care of the people, laws and rules and regulations don't mean nothing if it's not obeyed, if it's not practiced. You understand, sir?
Mm-hmm.
So government to put things in place. I've listened to the radio station many times where government have this program, that program. You always be calling out a lot of them program. Look here, I offer to take care of 3 persons to go down there. You get one offer. I mean, you can't tell me that there's not somebody in need of going to the college to study carpentry or do something. Why? And another thing, why is not so many girls on the street as compared to boys? What happening with the boys? There's another thing that we have to study because most of the things that is happening, every once in a while you might say that a girl do something or a woman do something, but the majority of the thing going on now is boys. Same here in America too, no, don't get me wrong. Most of the thing that going on is boys, young boys. For some reason, I don't know, our young men and them not seeing themselves as productive. They're not seeing themselves wanted. I don't know what it is. It's something much greater than just government and things. This thing has to be much deeper than that. You know?
All right.
All right.
Okay, thanks, Kojo. All right, Kojo raised a point there. It needs to extend. I start with parents. But one of the things for me though, I can understand somebody, a young lady giving birth at 15. Let's say you gave birth at 15 because, quote unquote, an accident, right? It has happened. But what it is that I can't understand is allowing the quote unquote accident to repeatedly happen.
Yeah, I see the same thing as well.
That is what is my problem. And hi, caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you all. Wonderful topic this morning. I will start out from where you stopped there to answer the call. About 15 years old, getting pregnant, and so on. But I will say, if the leader of this land have put a law, correct me if I'm going wrong, that when you're 15 years old, you can give consent. What that mean?
Yeah, well, we've had this discussion several times on age of consent. Yes, I understand. Yes,
I'm going deep in it. My point: if a leader could give 15 years old, say that when you're 15 years could give consent, what are we expecting a baby to get? Who will mind that baby? She's a child. At 15 years old is a child. And I believe that the law that's what they put, they should go back over that. Because I figure it should be 18 at least to be consent, because that's the voting time. Right? The point is it, even though you give that age, you can't stop what's going on. Let me tell you something. I'm talking facts. Not only boys is on the street. There are girls on the street. But the reason why I don't see some of them on the street, because the men and them take them in their home. Hello?
Listening.
There are a lot of them, but I talk my facts. I could prove that parents in a situation where they cannot support the children, even to pay for when school open, they call it, the money you have to pay before. Some kinds have, buy the books, some kinds have buy the uniform. And I know, I see it. It happened to me, around me, that where parents will give the children to men, and men see that you're vulnerable, they will go to the parents. Hey, I see you wanted that to go to school. I was say wanted that, so I go support the daughter. They go support the daughter free. No, they belongs to the men. And a lot of, you do a survey, in my country where I am at this moment, a lot of girls going to high school, going to school, and men supporting them. You understand? Because the parents can't support them. They have one, I spoke to one at time. I said, my God, do you have children? And he said to me that, yes, I have children. They can't do my daughter that. I have 2 daughters. And I said, so why you take advantage with that 14 years daughter? Where the mother can't send you to school, the mother can't give you her lunch, can't provide for her, so we make a deal. The deal is, I go cash you home by me and do what to be done. And when I say to I know it for facts, I pull him up. He's going to walk the back door, back road, and he know idea outside second door. And the problem, he gave she grocery, and she back, and give her money. Say, can't get her mother, and go by the outside when she catch up. So I'm telling you, you may not see them on the road, but they are abominable by men and abusing a lot of young girls in going to school are owned by some men here in this island. My point, even the other day, thank God for this topic, I see young boys, there are a lot of young boys in Kingston, all out on this deal, wherever you have a shop, wherever you have a place for food, are begging. I have one I used to help a parents about. I keep running away. I took him, so I go see what I could do. Same thing you are doing. You understand what I'm saying? You go to social welfare, it's so much drama. The point of bringing quickly that what happens, I come to a conclusion. All kind of billing that the government are billing, I'm just in my opinion, it's best they build a boot camp. They have a boys' home. Yes, but I know one of the boys I was overseeing, he went boys' home and he said, well, I'll go back up there. Not because of the punishment, it's because we're going on up there, but he stay out on the street and do the same thing. Hear me? I'm telling you for fact. So the point is this. I say, when the government can come together and build a boys' home, not boys' home, help in a boot camp, or you put them there, those who stealing, a lot of them stealing, thieving, and begging. You're not going to put them in jail, but they have a program in that place. Not halt and they call it on the website, go on the website, go here. That ain't going to help them. They need personal interaction.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
These parents are insensitive. You know why we are today? Parents ain't working and we blaming. No, there's definitely, there are a lot of children. Children don't have respect in the school. Because there's a school I know, I ain't gonna call the school name, right in Kingston. When the teacher correct the child, you know me that is. He go bring the cutlass, he go bring me gun. There's some teaching them afraid to even correct some of the children and them. Because the busting bad right in the school, the boss attack about reality, right at the teacher, and give attitude.
Yes.
It is a crisis. So while we're looking for big billing and fancy billing, what we will need it, the government need to get together and do something with these children. Because I can remember when in my time,
you have half a minute left, okay?
Okay, I can remember in my time when one tries to stay home, I brought my children down here from overseas and I have them home and they're going to stay and call the police because they ain't going to school. They ask me business, no. I forget them in a school. Nobody cares about the children. They don't have the name revolution, but they are because of poverty, we are where we are today. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks, caller.
All right. And with that, we're going to take a short ad break and then we will be right back.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's a whole new world out there. Reaching new customers and getting products faster. That's what it's all about. Ocean freight rates are skyrocketing, so don't pay more for slower service. It's time to switch to faster, more reliable air cargo service with SkyMax Cargo. Up to 3 flights weekly to and from the USA, Puerto Rico, and the Caribbean islands. Providing excellent import, export, and e-commerce solutions to put you ahead of the competition. For special low rates on small packages and air cargo, contact SkyMax today. 784-456-5400. Local agents SwiftPack Interprime Cargo. Call 784-456-5400 to book your shipments today.
Get your frames, lenses, and sunglasses at Quartz Optical, now with an extended warranty to give you the peace of mind that your purchase is protected from the day you get it. Accidents happen. Get hassle-free unlimited repairs for 24 months. If it cannot be repaired, it will be replaced at no additional cost. Keep your eyewear performing at a peak level with an extended warranty from Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Visit quartzoptical.com for details.
Do you want to feel clean or refreshed after using the bathroom? Whether at home, work, or play? Welcome to My Smart Toilet Seat. All of our products wash your private parts after using the bathroom without the use of your hands. Let's hear what our national table tennis champion, Damian Dublin, has to say.
I tried it and it works. There are 4 options. Simply add an attachment to your existing toilet seat, or choose a non-electric seat, or better, an electric seat that washes and dries you with warm water and air. Lastly, get a complete smart toilet that also flushes itself. What are you waiting for? Get your smart toilet seat today. Be smart, be refreshed, be clean, be a winner like me.
Our smart toilet seat is available throughout St. Vincent at retail outlets with the orange flags. You can call us at 457-1703 or visit our website at justwashit.vc.
Sparrows, rum of pure sophistication. Sparrows, rum, aged to perfection. Skillfully crafted and forged with time in oak barrels. A rum so divine. Discover authentic Caribbean rum. Sparrows, premium rum. Sparrows, full-bodied rum. Sparrows, pure sophistication. Discover authentic Vincentian rum. Sparrows, premium rum.
Distilled and blended by St. Vincent Distillers Limited. Please drink responsibly.
Agents, Careers, Distributions Limited. Listen all day, every day on your favorite streaming platform. The clean, fresh sound. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, and we are back right here with Activated Mornings with Roleza and Dianna right here on WEFM. We've been discussing the topic. You have something you're gonna? Oh
no, I'll probably read through a few of the comments, but you can go ahead.
All right, so we were talking about the issue of street children, branching off from the 11-year-old, earlier 11, 13 years. We need to finalize the age. I've heard he's 11. But we'll wait for more information and then we could
11
confirm.
Too far from 13.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. So
right,
we were talking about that issue of the child that was found dead and okay.
All right, caller, you have 3 minutes, please.
I'll be listening to my sister just to give you some facts. And I want to thank that caller day for speaking his mind, because one day I went into town, I wouldn't call the name of the place, and the guy said that they are big men. Some mothers, grannies calling to them, I can't go with my child, young school children, and said, take them over. And take them over means they could sexually abuse them, but help me to pay my light bill and so on. And it is the responsibility of the state machinery to stop it. And are you seeing that? Are you seeing the state? So let me give facts. February 4, 2015, 1,531 dropouts.
1,531 dropouts coming from Ministry of Education. 235 of them were primary school students. 1,296 of them were secondary school students. 33 students quit school without completing the first year of primary school education. 224 students quit secondary school. That is between the period of 2009 to 2000. I've called for an update after 2013.
So you
for
got
4
this,
years, that is what.
Where did you get this information?
Yeah, Ministry of Education document, yes. And it was raised in the Parliament there by Terence Oliver. And this is one of the things that you all and a lot of people wouldn't hear, because that doesn't fit in with the status quo. Because the status quo is to say that we have a good, wonderful, you, my sister, I said on another radio station this morning, some children only could go to schools on 2 days a week. Right, it used to happen right in front of me here. Children literally are in a position whereby they have to use swank. And I'm saying mothers are so overwhelmed. In this document, we just read this last piece, because nobody gonna have interest in that class caller, what he said, that I've gone through is the parents cannot afford to buy books. And it was, and if we are talking about having a university graduate in every home by 2010, this is what Terence, I'm only saying here, my sister, when you listen to what is portrayed on the airwaves today, you hear a different story. My sister, it is devastating what happened to our young people. And this is why Hammy want change. And I don't want change for a political party to put your next, because I do not at this moment, not from my just opinion, the reality, don't think that the politicians across the board are really concerned about our young children. Think about 15-year-old giving consent. And we sit down and we say, God bless you all, guns have. Shame on every one of you in this country.
Okay, Hamo. All right. See, you just start off fine, yeah. All right. So we actually wanted to go into another topic that would have tied in with this, but we would have to pick it up tomorrow. All right. So just to read some of the, you wanted to say something else?
It's okay.
All right. So Anna is saying on the live, there are social workers who are there to see that these children are supposed to be where they should be. Recently, you had some social workers on the program. What are they doing to help these 3 children? I was asking you what happens in the school system when you pick up on a child not turning up.
Report it to the ministry, and once you report it to the ministry, it's out of our hands.
So that's the thing, because I'm wondering who does the follow-up? Who follows through to find out whether or not this child is okay, whether or not this child has been transferred? Who does that?
In some cases, depending on the teachers and the principal, they would actually look into cases themselves. I will mention here Miss Desiree Wilson, the previous principal of Clare Valley Government School. But she has a background in social work, so that's probably it as well. Miss Wilson is a woman who would go to your house. If she doesn't see you in school today, she will go to your house. She will call the parents. Some parents don't answer. If we're calling and we're saying, Miss, we're not getting, Miss Wilson will show up by your front door, and she would want to know why that child, according to the time of day, she will stand right there until that child bathe and put on the clothes and come to school. That is...
So I mean, it's not necessary to say, because the reason why I'm asking is that it's one thing for us to say parents are supposed to do what it is that they're supposed to do. There are many parents out there who just don't care, right? So somebody has to step in for these children. Yes, we may not want to be giving teachers this extra work. We may not want to be giving the head teachers some extra work, but who is going to be there to follow through for these children? And that, I suppose, is what my big concern is, right? It's easy for you to pick up that a child is not attending school. It's easy for the school system to see it, right? We see them on the streets, but we can't expect people who may probably not have wanted children in the first place to actually take care of these children. So somebody has to step in. And this is where my biggest concern is, especially given that it has gotten to this level where the street boy has died. Who steps in and looks out for these children?
That's the question, who steps in? Because right now, as we're discussing this, there are still young children at home. As you mentioned, some mothers don't want to be mothers. For them, their life, they just leave those children there, and those children have to fend for themselves. There are children who have to iron their clothes, their siblings' clothes, make breakfast for the family, wash up the way, sweep out the house, all these things before they come to school. And I know somebody might say, oh, well, you're the children, you have to build their character, they have to learn it. A child has no business doing all of that before they come to school, especially ironing and making breakfast for other family members and the adults not doing it. The other day, somebody met me and they were telling me about the mother and, what the mother, how should I say, the delinquency of the mother. I honestly wanted to cry as the person was talking to me, because I noticed certain things in the child before, but I had no idea that this is what this child was dealing with at home. So sometimes, as you say, who is going to step in? Because when you have situations like that where they live at home and the issue is at home, where do they go? Some people do take in people's children and they treat them worse. Some persons, they figure, because you're not my child, I am doing you a favor. You come over here, you're getting food to eat and a roof over your head. That means in exchange for that, you must wash for the whole family here. You must be our Cinderella. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is a heavy topic, but it is one that needs to be discussed, because as somebody said this morning, I can't remember if it was Kojo or whoever, or who said it. It takes the village, right? The village starts with should start with the parents, but if the parents aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, somebody has to step in. And I do not want to see another situation like this happening. All right, so I recognize that somebody is calling. We can't take the call as it's 9:00, so we have to leave this segment. If persons wish to continue to lend their voice to this discussion, we can do so at 9:20 during our Talk to Us segment. All right, but it's just something for us to think about as a society, because these children are growing up among us. Now it is that we find that they are soliciting funds from us or soliciting things from us. In the eyes of some persons, they might be nuisances. These children, if they are not taken care of, if they're not given proper guidance, they can become bigger problems to us later on in society. All right. So we're going to, if persons want for us to continue this discussion, we can do so at 9:20, but we have to jump out at this time. So apologies for not being able to take any more calls.
99.9 WEFM.